Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Gigli. It rhymes with really. 2003. I had to get this one because it's one of those pop movies, or I should say movies with popular actors, formerly popular actors. It gets really low rating on IMDb. I think it gets like a 2.3 or something, which is pretty low by IMDb standards. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it should have gotten a 4. Mainly because in the beginning, you get to see J-Lo's butt crack or coin slot, whatever you want to call it. Because she's got one of those low-cut jeans that are super tight, like Ellie Mae from Beverly Hillbillies. You know, skin-tight, low-cut jeans. That's the reason to watch. Unfortunately, she doesn't get naked in this, nor would I expect her to get naked in any movie. She was good in The Cell. I really enjoyed The Cell. But this movie, not so much. I mean, yeah, the criticisms are valid to a certain extent. I mean, there's no real plot to this. There's no protagonist per se. It's about a gangster named Larry Gigli, rhymes with really. He's working for some boss man, some kind of mafia boss man. The guy's always eating and he's kind of chubby. Anyways, Gigli screws up his first assignment, sticks a guy in a dryer, but he only manages to come up with half of the money he's trying to extort from this guy. So his boss gets mad, tells him to go kidnap a federal prosecutor's retarded son. So Gigli says, okay, just walks into the mental institution or whatever it is, place for mentally disabled kids. I don't know if it's a school or maybe some kind of high school or something. I don't know. That part was unclear, but Gigli says, hey, let's go to the Baywatch. And so naturally the kid goes with him. And they just walk out calmly. Nobody bothers to ask who the stranger is, which is kind of odd, especially with mentally disabled kids there. So they just walk out scot-free, and that was the easiest kidnap in the world. So this guy, Gigli, or Larry Gigli, is got to be the wimpiest mafia guy ever to hit the silver screen. I don't even see J-Lo until they're putzing around at his house or whatever. I guess she's hired to be his sidekick, kind of like Batman and Robin kind of thing. And I can say that honestly because J-Lo is the most unconvincing lesbian ever to hit the silver screen. So I guess the mafia boss guy, whatever his name is, Drake, or I can't remember his name. Let's see. Gigli's superior, just says on here. Anyway, this guy doesn't trust Gigli after the fuck up where Gigli only got 50% of the cut that they were looking for. So he decides that Jennifer Lopez, aka, I don't know her name, Ricky or Petunia or whatever. I don't know her real name till the end, and frankly, I don't care. She's supposed to watch Ben Affleck, and I guess they have some kind of romance going on in real life. Whatever. I used to see them at Boston Red Sox games, sitting in the front row when I was a baseball fan. And that looked kind of boring, actually, just sitting there staring at a bunch of 6'5" guys swinging a bat and running around the field. Well, I guess that's how some people get their kicks, especially Hollywood folks. But anyways, I can't really criticize them. I used to watch that shit on television and fall asleep. But anyways, enough about J-Lo and Ben Affleck. So Ben Affleck thinks he's a tough guy. He's like flexing in the mirror. Ooh. Kind of looks like me a little bit. He's got the big pink nipples and the hairy chest. Well, he's probably got better chisel than I do. I'll give him that. But yeah, they have like 3 shots of him just being macho and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to conquer this lesbian. So they sleep together in bed, even though she's more interested in reading her book. Later on, they have a sex scene, which is kind of odd. I guess she had a boyfriend at one point, and now she wants another boyfriend because she broke up with some crazy blondie lesbian who slits her wrists in this movie. So there are 3 things that I like about this movie. First of all, Jennifer Lopez pants in the beginning, the tight jeans. Then there's the crazy lesbian who slits her wrists. And then there's Al Pacino just out of nowhere shoots the Gigli's superior bullet hole through the forehead. Those are the only good parts of this movie. The rest of the movie sucked. The Baywatch is supposed to be some kind of imaginary, well, I guess it's the retarded kid's way of fantasizing television into reality. So he thinks Baywatch is this real thing on the beach, as opposed to the television show, I suppose. And that's how it ends. The retarded kid goes to the beach and they're filming some kind of Baywatch kind of scene. I don't know if it's a movie or a TV show or what, but he thinks it's the Baywatch. So he flirts with an Australian girl. I guess he likes to hear Australian weather on Gigli's phone. The sex scene with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez is lame, mainly because they're mostly dry humping and kissing, and Jennifer Lopez doesn't take her clothes off. She's wearing some kind of janky-ass kimono thing to cover herself. So whenever they're talking about sex or pretending to do sex, she's always got clothes on, which sucks. Anyways, if she had the temerity to take her clothes off, maybe this movie would have been better. Another stupid scene is when Gigli chickens out on cutting off the kid's thumb and sending it to his brother, the federal prosecutor. So after they take the blondie lesbian to the hospital for wounds to her wrists, they decide to chop off some dead stiff's thumb, pretend like it's the kid's thumb, because Gigli can't stand the sight of blood, apparently. Wow, he's quite a criminal gangster there. He's got the criminal instinct not. Anyway, so he finds some dude's lunch in the morgue where all the stiffs are kind of on tables and stuff. So what does he do? He takes the plastic knife, starts chopping off some dead guy's thumb, as if a plastic knife is going to slice through the bone. It's like trying to cut through a rubber chicken on the airplane with a plastic fork. That's what it reminded me of. Anyways, of course, Al Pacino's not happy because the thumb's fingerprint turned out to be somebody else besides the prosecutor's brother. Duh, why didn't they think of that before? Also, Jennifer Lopez has very unconvincing speech where she tries to make some high school kid think that she's going to gouge his eyes out with her thumb or her finger or something. So she goes into intricate detail as to how the procedure works. And then she says, oh, by the way, you kids should get good grades, okay? And they're like, okay. That part wasn't very convincing. She didn't seem like the gangster type. She didn't seem like a lesbian at all, especially considering that her lesbian lover was suicidal when she saw her. And so she ended up falling for Ben Affleck instead. Gee, I didn't know lesbians behave like this. Anyway. I guess she's bisexual. She plays both sides of the fence. Who knows? I have no idea. Anyways, towards the end, she makes another lame speech to Al Pacino, and he buys it. He lets him go. So once again, they're able to go scot-free, do whatever they want. They end up at the Baywatch because they see some hot beach babes in bikinis. So they pull over. Gigli calls up the prosecutor and says, hey, your brother's here. Come pick him up. And they just drive off into the sunset. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, a.k.a. Gigli. Jennifer Lopez, a.k.a. Ricky, or whatever her name is. I think you can call them both stupid, and that would be pretty accurate. Just like this movie was stupid and nonsensical. But like I said, it wasn't as bad as people portray it. I think Fanboy Flicks reviewed it and he said, oh, this is definitely one of the worst movies of all time because it's on my channel. What a conceited guy. Has he ever seen Frozen Flesh? I made a comment on his channel, but he never responded. Anyways, if you got more video views than I do, then you can say stuff like that just to make yourself feel proud. But I'm done criticizing fanboy flicks. I like watching his videos though. The jokes are kind of funny sometimes. Sometimes they're kind of lame, but he's a pretty good public speaker. He doesn't fumble around and say, He's like a Toastmaster speaker, I guess. He's probably reading from a cue card or something. Anyways. I'm almost done watching the worst of the worst. I should probably see some more just in French movies when they're available for free on YouTube. If you want to check out his channel, he has a couple other movies posted up there. I haven't been brave enough to watch it. But anyways, the next one is called From Justin to Kelly, The Tale of Two something. The Tale of Two American Idols. It's got the full screen on the side A. And on the back, it's got the wide screen. Looks pretty decent there. There are no scratches. Oh, maybe one scratch, but not too bad. I'm sure it's watchable. We'll see. Oh. Look at this new iPhone. I never used a smartphone before, but man, it takes a long time to charge. Fucking hey. So I decided to become an Uber driver. They're giving me this phone for a $200 deposit and $10 data plan, which I can write off as a business expense. So I'm going to try this Wednesday, I guess, after all my court shit, my dental appointment. I'm going to try driving for, say, maybe 15 hours or so. See how that goes. My problem is going to be parking and a place to pee. Obviously, since I'm driving in downtown San Francisco where all the business people are needing a lift. Well, maybe I'll make money next week. We'll see. But I got a couple other jobs to back me up in case it doesn't work out. And I got my son's allergy test results today. Who's that? Anyways, turns out that he's allergic to dust mites, which is why he's been getting sick with allergy attacks at his mother's house. I don't know if that'll help me in my appeal or vacate the judge's order, but I think it will. What did I do with that thing? Anyways. It's getting hot in here. I better open the window. So not a great flick, but not as bad as people said it was. I think it got bad reviews because of the actors involved. I'm not used to seeing these actors in bad movies. Although I hear Daredevil was pretty bad. I've never actually seen that one. I'm interested to see it. I used to collect Daredevil comics when I was a kid. So I heard that one was pretty bad. But anyways, I hooked up this phone to my computer. And it's been charging for like an hour. It's only 20% charged. Fortunately, I have an auxiliary cable, so I'll just hook it up to my car. I'm doing the Uber thing, I guess. Cool stuff. Guess I'll keep gum and water in my car in case passengers are thirsty or they want to chew gum. Hopefully they won't make a mess in my car, but you never know with people on Saturday night. They puke in my car like that blondie hippie girl did one time in my Cadillac when I was in my early 20s. All of a sudden, she just puked all over the leather seats, man. That sucks. But I guess Uber will pay for the cleanup. I'm not sure I want to go back there and get it cleaned up, though. Seems like a lot of time and making your car look nice, getting the fast track. But it should be fun interacting with people, and especially if they're good looking. Anyways, that's the end of my movie review. Don't have much to say about this flick. I mean, Fanboy Flicks was complaining that it was a romantic comedy. It wasn't funny and it wasn't romantic. To which I replied, well, it was romantic to see J-Lo's butt crack coin slot there. So, anyways. I like to criticize Fanboy Flicks and Rambo for Life because they get more page views than I do. Better production value, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they've just been around longer. But I definitely have the most movie review uploads. Or at least I'm getting there. I've got over 600 movie reviews now and counting. So when I die, I'll probably have 6,000. I don't know. We'll see. The good part was that I actually did a bunch of movie reviews on Yahoo Movies back in the day when Yahoo was pretty decent. I think I just write movie reviews on there real short. But pretty cool that they sent me this phone. Yeah, so I just took my 24% charge. It's already got the Uber app on there. Slide here. And I'm learning how to slide this stuff. See, it's got that Uber thing on the bottom. So I hope it works. It's got camera, weather, and maps. Those are only, and Uber, of course. I don't even know what the phone number is. Anyways, my son wanted an iPad so he could play video games. Maybe I can download an app or upload an app, whatever it's called. I'm not really familiar with this shit. But anyways, pretty cool phone, I guess. One of these newfangled iPhone thingies. Some people do Uber and Lyft but I'm just going to look for Uber. Probably pays more. Some interesting looking individuals at the Uber place on 301 Vermont Street yesterday. Yeah, they look more like taxi drivers compared to me. I'm kind of this clean cut guy, although I have a couple of tattoos on my back that nobody can see. So hopefully I'll get good ratings on Wednesday. Make a few $100. I don't know. All right, I get to deduct mileage and car wash, gum and water, that kind of stuff. Plus, it's nice. I'm on Medi-Cal. I get free medical care with other people's money, which is sort of like a legalized theft, I guess you'd call it. But the funny thing was that the judge ordered on Friday that I have to pay for my son's employer-sponsored major medical insurance. Well, I'm my own employer, and I'm not sponsoring myself. The taxpayer is sponsoring me. And there's no way he's going to be on Medicare unless he comes and lives with me full time. I mean, Medi-Cal, not Medicare. They'll probably kick me off Medi-Cal eventually. We figure out that my unemployment is more than whatever, $1,000 a month or whatever. I don't think it's that much actually, but I don't know how they're going to figure out the self-employed stuff for medical coverage. It's all very confusing. But enough about my personal life. I have no dates, no girlfriend. Just kind of chilling out, enjoying the last days of my 2 weeks sabbatical before I start working again. So that's why I'm watching Gigli, mainly for its bad reputation, but also I wanted to see J-Lo's kind of low-cut pants. You can see it on the menu screen too. She's got her hand on her hip, which is mostly naked. She's got like maybe 3 fingers on her pants, and her finger and her thumb are on her hip. She looks pretty good in this one. I don't know how she looks now, but I thought she looked great in the cell with that tight spandex thing. I'm not sure what it was. You know, when she went into that netherworld, she got hooked up to some machine or something. She went inside that crazy guy's brain. That was pretty cool. I definitely love The Cell. This movie, not so much, but she's not a bad actress. She just got stuck in a bad movie. Plus, she got so much publicity, free publicity, you know. It's like, I don't know. I guess she was a fad. She came and went. I don't know what she's doing these days. I have no idea. I guess Ben Affleck is a producer or director. I guess he's a director now. So, whatever. These people manage to find jobs one way or another, even after a horrible, colossal commercial flop like this one. So that's the end of my movie review. I didn't know much about this movie, and I wasn't too impressed by it later.